people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me. Gonna have faith in the Most High. To whom I have showed no signs. You don't see the many signs of a lot of people. They haven't seen many signs at all. Some of us have, but he haven't showed a lot of signs to a lot of people. Yet they shall do that I command them. You see, they're gonna do exactly what the Most High command them. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance. Here we are, repentance. You hear us? Repent. Come back to the commandments of the Most High, the laws of the Most High. I can play tapes all the way back to the 80s and 90s. We wasn't doing it then. Like it's happening now. You know, and those that were in before that can come and tell you. Yeah. Like it is now. He said, they have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. You hear this? Therefore, you got to learn it, live it, and apply these laws of the Most High in your life. The moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws in your life. And acknowledge the fact that you have sinned against the Most High. And repent. Sincerely. You say, I take to witness the grace, which is getting something you don't deserve, of the people to come. Don't they like to say we're under grace? The grace and mercy is only to the Israelites, whose little ones, children, rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me, I've not seen them, because the Most High is invisible power. Nothing you can put before, with bodily eyes, there ain't nothing you can put before you to say this is the Most High. Yet in spirit, yet in the spirit of the Most High, they believe, we have faith, the thing that I say. You see? So we believe the things that he say. But how you going to believe and have faith in the Most High if you don't know what he say? If you ain't studied to see what this Bible is talking about from the Most High. You heard what he said tonight. Speak on, Most High. And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people, and see the people, and see the people that cometh from the east. And see it the people that cometh from the east, under whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, and Micah, Joel, Obadiah, and Jonas, Nahum, and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called also an what? What are they called? Which is also called an angel of the Most High. Verse 28, and now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east. And the name Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, all these different names of the prophets, which is called also an angel of the Most High. Isn't that so? Look at the book of Job, 33. So, men are called angels, messengers of the Most High. Job 33 and 14. I'm just about finished for right now. But the Most High speaketh once, yeah, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, they go to sleep, and slumbers upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. He openeth the ears of men and tell them what to do. Sealeth their instruction. That he may withdraw man from his purpose, withdraw man from what he want to do, and hide pride from man, right? This is what he does. So now, go back to Job, the 4th chapter. let's start at verse 12. Now a thing was secretly brought to me, and mine ear received a little thereof. So what was brought to him was secretly brought to him, and his ear received a little thereof. In thoughts from the visions of the night, as we just told you, when deep sleep falleth on men, some secretly was brought to him. Fear came upon me, and trembling, which made all my bones to shake. He got scared. Then a spirit passed before my face. See, a spirit or an angel passed before his face, and the hair of my flesh stood up, scared him. Because did a spirit pass before my face, the hair of my flesh stood up. It stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. See, it stood still. You could feel it. I don't know if y'all felt something like this before. I have. It's a weird feeling. See, it stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. He couldn't discern how it was shaped. The shape of the spirit. An image was before mine eyes. Hear that? An image was before mine eyes. There was silence. He didn't hear nothing. And I heard a voice saying, shall mortal man be more just than the Most High? Shall a man be more pure than his maker? Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. Right? Who the servants? Hold that. Isaiah 45 and 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, see? And Israel mine elect. See? So Jacob is the servant of the Most High. Isaiah. Jacob is the servant of the Most High. So, Jacob my servant's sake. So, going back to Job 4. Verse 18. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, for the Israelites, and his angels he charged with folly. Those men supposed to be the messengers of the Most High, he charged with folly. You see? How much less in them that dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, which are crushed before the moth. Because you're supposed to be built upon stone, but you build your house on clay, it's going to fall down. It's going to be destroyed. They are destroyed from morning to evening. They perish forever without any regarding it. Does not their excellency which is in them go away? They die. Angels die. They die, even without wisdom. That's why it's saying, hey, let their table be made a snare. Let them fall into the gross darkness, gross ignorance that the Most High told Esau to get into darkness. He said, hey, your job is to produce the gross darkness for the people to fall in. He told us this is long before we in this gross darkness now. Here we are. You see? So many occasions that we see. That's why he said, and go to Jeremiah 3 and 15. He said, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, to the Most High's mind, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. See, gonna feed you with knowledge and understanding. That's why the Most High said that we destroyed for lack of knowledge, because we refuse to have the fear of the Most High first and foremost, and we refuse to keep his commandments, do what he say do. You think it's not a consequence behind that? It's gonna be a whole lot of people that's why he said gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Because people not going to want to come back to what it is that you got to do. Nobody want to be told what to do. That's the problem with our people. They don't want to be told what to do. Now he wanted the Most High. That's why he said, he know who he talking to. Talking about chains of darkness? Oh yeah. That's our people. That's our people. The Israelites. That's why he said, look, go to Ezekiel. The 3rd chapter. No, before we go there, go to the 2nd chapter. This is what prophet Ezekiel had to deal with. Ezekiel 2 and verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel. To us, children of Israel. Were we to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even until this very day. Most I could have wrote it no clearer than he had Ezekiel write it. He said, we rebelled against the Most High. The majority of our nation, 2/3 of our people, they and their fathers have transgressed against me, even until this very day. But they are impudent children. Impudent children. Stiff-necked, hard-hearted, and stiff-hearted. Can't tell them nothing. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus say the Most High Power, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, but they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. Talk about our people, the Israelites. Be not afraid of their words. They're going to say all kinds of things. Nor be dismayed at their looks. Going to be looking at us hard. I remember we went out to this place in the valley where everybody met. All the Israelites meet up, right, on the first day. And we set up, I guess they thought we was a singing group or something. I don't know, rapping, getting ready to rap or do something. And man, we broke out with, Hear, O Israel, the Most High power is one power. Deuteronomy 6 and 4, man, they looked at us like they could kill us. They took their barbecue pit and threw it over, took the stuff over, threw their barbecue pit over, and looked at us like they could kill us, boy, bringing a word to them. That's why I remember that distinctly, amongst many times that, we had our people that they hate the truth. They hear this word. That's why it says, verse 6, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, because they in gross darkness, gross ignorance, not knowing, right? And they side with the enemy. They side with those that are against the Most High. Haters and the lovers of the haters and the enemies of the Most High. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. See? This us. Moved into what? Chains of darkness? Chains of ignorance? Though they be a rebellious house? And thou shalt say my words unto them, as you done heard tonight, and gonna keep hearing, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, but they are most rebellious. See? But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. So you hear what he's saying to you too, Yasharahla. Be not rebellious as 2/3 of our people are rebellious. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. This word. And when I opened, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me. And lo, a roll of a book was therein. So he got this book of Ezekiel. And he spread it before me. And it was written within and without. What was written within and without? Listen at this. And there was written therein what was in this roll that he was told to eat. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. That sounds like a lot of sadness to me. That's what's written. But y'all looking for some joy and some happiness like these prosperity preachers bringing to you. And the world is in turmoil right now. It's a time of Jacob's trouble. Marshall Shai says it's going to be great tribulation like never been on the world before. Or ever shall be. But y'all just... Why he told him, he said, hey, just chains of darkness. Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then I did eat it. And it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. See, it was in his mouth for honey for sweetness. Tastes good, sweet. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. But thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, whoever hear my voice. You understand what I'm saying, and what Ezekiel is saying, through the power of the Most High. But thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech, or of a hard language, that don't understand the words that we're speaking at this time, at that time and this time, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Here he said, if I'd have sent you to these other nations that have these other languages, they'd have listened. They'd tell them, you the chosen people of the Most High. They'd love to hear that. But Israel, but the house of Israel, will not hearken unto thee. He said, they ain't gonna listen to you. So all these things already known. When you look at all these precepts, all the things that's written in this Bible pertaining to going to tell our people this and tell our people that, ain't nothing new under the sun. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto you. They ain't gonna listen. Well, they will not hearken unto me. Hear that? So they ain't gonna listen to you, Ezekiel, because they won't listen to the Most High. But all the house of Israel is impudent and hard-hearted. That's why we were delivered in the chains of darkness, reserved to the time of the judgment. When your butt die, and you got to reach the judgment seat of the Most High while Mashiach was shot. This is what he said. Behold, verse 8, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead, your mind, the way you think, strong against their foreheads. Our minds strong against their minds. As an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not. Why you got to tell us not to fear our people? He said, fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks. Like, you know, they're going to look at you crazy, hard like they want to kill you, though they be a rebellious house. You see? Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, receive in your mind, Ezekiel, and hear with thine ears. Remember he said, hey, he closed the ears of a lot of people they couldn't hear, because he don't want them to get this. And go, get thee to them of the captivity. That's who I'm speaking to. Those of us of the captivity. Unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus say the Most High Power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. But understand, that's why Isaiah 58:1. He said, cry aloud, spare not, don't spare nobody's feelings. Speak loud and spare not, don't spare nobody's feelings. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people who are the 12 tribes of Israel their transgression. How you going to show our people the transgression if you don't know what the laws of the Most High are? knowing that you're breaking the Most High's laws, the moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, and ceremonial laws that we follow right now. Show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. See, that's why we got to cry aloud and spare nobody's feelings. This ain't no, you have no partiality when it comes down to the word of the Most High. He has no respect to person. He has respect of us, to us as a nation. Other than that, he has no respect to nobody thinking that they got it going on. They're for the Most High. I better understand and overstand. It's real. But he calls rebellious. That's why, I mean, let me show you. My second shot, I want you to get this. If you're not getting this, you ain't called. I don't know what to tell you. This is for those that's called. Because everybody not called. Some people going to continue to do the same thing they're doing until the end. And when the end comes, it's going to be the judgment. It's going to be like, what do I do? What should I do? What am I do? What am I do? It's going to be maybe the hollering and crying then. They ain't crying now. They're very prideful. Look, go to Mark the 4th chapter. I'm going to show you that on my second side, who y'all think love everybody. Because he said, for the Most High so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Let me show you something. But you know what he said? What King David said, he didn't want everybody to get this. Let it be a trap. Let the word be a trap and a stumbling block. So go to Mark the 4th chapter, verse 1. Just to show you my second shot, you want to run to him. The one you call Jesus. This is what he said. Mark 4:1. And he began again to teach by the seaside. And there was gathered unto him a great multitude, so that he entered into a ship and sat in the sea. So he way out in the sea. That's why he had a voice of many multitudes. And sat in the sea. So he out in the ship in the sea. And the whole multitude was by the sea of the land. So he spoke to them in parables. He said some fell by the wayside, some fell among thorns, some fell on stony ground, some fell among good ground, right? So verse 9, getting right to the point. And he said unto them, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. Remember, everybody have ears to hear. Some of you might be listening, and it might be going in one ear out the other. This ain't for everyone. But he said, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12. So some people had enough